Hello Internet. Today we have this 3090 info repair that came from the dust. Or with the dust. I'm gonna take care of that dust later. For now, let's take this thing apart and see what's inside. On the back, we see a desperate attempt to cool this 3090 by stacking pads. Nothing wrong with stacking pads if total thickness is correct, but in this case, it's not. You can tell just by looking how deep the chip impression is on the pads. Pads are clearly too thick here. Thick pads is a common cause for broken solder joints under the core, which is often fixed by simply reballing the core. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and take some measurements after I'm done clearing out the mess. Starting with 12 volt, 3.3, and another 12 is where we read it dead short.
Oh my God!
No short anywhere else, so my guess that one of the driver MOSFET is failed. But which one? Hard to tell. We can start by looking at them under a microscope. What we're looking for is anything that looks different from the rest. This one here, for example, seems to have some kind of a solder blob on its side. Also a small hole, which turned out to be just a speck of dust. Just like this one here. So don't always take dirt for a hole. In any case, I don't see anything else that looks suspicious, so I will be looking at the board through the thermal camera while injecting voltage into the short. There we have it. A very faint heat signature confirms that the suspicious driver MOSFET is at fault. So let's replace it and see if the short goes away. There are two ways to replace driver MOSFET. The wrong and the fast way, or the right and the slow way. I like to go slow and steady, ensuring no damage is done to the board in the process. This usually involves preheating the board, which takes time, then heating the general area before focusing on the part. And with a part carefully replaced, the short is no more. Now let's power the board and see what it does. Power consumption looks good. Oscilloscope confirmed the signal is correct, so let's boot the cord and see if it posts. There we have it. The repair is done. All that's left to do is to place new pads on the back, which should be about 2.5 millimeters. I don't have 2.5, but I do have 2, and I have 0.5, so I'll stack them and verify the fit. Same goes with the front of the board, except these are 1.5 millimeter. Then I will apply a little bit of paste on the core and gently press everything together. The complete spread of paste, as well as the memory chips leaving the impression on the pads, indicate a perfect contact. So now let's apply good paste, put it all together and run some tests. At this point, I wonder if running it in a traditional orientation would make any difference with the vapor chamber. So I reinstalled the card into the motherboard like so and tried again. If anything, it made things worse, because now hot exhaust is starting to circulate even more. Regardless, the card is fixed. Hopefully this was entertaining. If so, please hit me with a like, comment, and subscribe for more repairs. Goodbye.